Okay, let's unpack this. You shared some really fascinating sources about that Royal Navy F-35B.
The one in India, yeah.
Exactly. One of the world's most advanced stealth fighters, just
Mhm.
stranded for 22 days in Thiruvananthapuram.
Right.
We're going to dive deep into this whole saga. I mean, from the technical glitch to the viral memes it apparently spawned.
It's a great case study, actually.
Yeah, extracting critical insights into modern military logistics, maybe even international relations.
Absolutely. This wasn't just, a simple breakdown. It really became a real-world stress test.
How so?
Well, a test of how nations handle these incredibly high-value, super-sensitive military assets when they're far from home.
Right, far from their usual support network.
Exactly. And it exposed some pretty interesting challenges in global defense cooperation and technological trust, too.
So, walk us through it. June 14th, it makes an emergency landing.
Okay.
Initial report said low fuel, which sounds manageable.
It does, but that wasn't the real story, was it?
No, that's where it gets really interesting. This jet, worth over, what, $110 million?
At least, yeah.
It was actually grounded for weeks. A persistent hydraulic system fault.
And on an F-35B, the vertical takeoff and landing variant, hydraulics are everything.
They controlled the flight surfaces, the landing gear.
And crucially, that massive lift fan system for vertical flight. So a major hydraulic fault isn't just a glitch.
It's a complete showstopper.
Yeah.
Grounded, period.
That's the key shift, isn't it? From just a flight diversion needing a top-up to a prolonged operational incapacitation.
Right. Stuck. Properly stuck.
Which forced everyone to rethink how you recover something this advanced, this sensitive globally, especially with a fault impacting its core, its unique capabilities.
So why did it take so long? 22 days, they flew in experts, right?
They did. A big team, around 40 people from the UK and the US, top technicians.
But even they couldn't fix it on the tarmac.
Apparently not. The repairs failed. And then there was this other crucial decision.
Ah, yes, the hangar space. India offered help, didn't they? Shelter, MRO, assistance, maintenance, repair, overhaul.
They did. Offered hangar space, technical help.
And the British said no. Even with the monsoon season kicking in, that seems risky.
It was a calculated risk, definitely. A very deliberate choice.
Why? Just leave it out in the rain.
It all came down to protecting the F-35's technology, particularly the stealth aspect.
Ah, the secrecy.
Exactly. Given India's deep and long-standing military relationship with Russia, sharing defense technical insights.
There were worries about intelligence leakage, maybe even like reverse engineering attempts.
That was the palpable concern, yes. They explicitly preferred leaving it on the hard standing, just the open tarmac where their own security could watch it constantly.
Wow. So security trumped shelter, even from monsoon rains.
It seems so.
Yeah.
Absolute security was paramount. One source mentioned that even for dismantling, every screw would have unique tracking codes.
Incredible detail. And while all this high-stakes security stuff is happening,
The internet does its thing.
it became a meme sensation, apparently. The jet turned into Kerala's new tourist attraction.
Sort of, yeah. People were genuinely going to try and see it. And when they finally towed it to a hangar on July 6th,
It was live on Indian TV.
live on TV, a top-secret stealth fighter getting towed like a broken-down car. It's quite the image.
It really is. Almost comical, but with serious undertones, I guess.
Well, yeah. What's really insightful is how fast a technical issue can morph into a reputational challenge now, in this hyper-connected age.
Public perception matters.
Hugely. Militaries aren't just fighting on battlefields anymore. They're also fighting in the information space, you could say.
And a stranded jet, even if it's just bad luck, can become a global punchline.
Exactly. And that can subtly erode that image of, technological superiority or invincibility.
Okay, so moving past the memes and the security headaches, getting it home, that's the next hurdle.
And it's a massive one.
On-site repairs didn't work. So what now?
Now it has to be dismantled, taken apart.
Seriously, like take the wings off.
Take the wings off, yeah. Just to make it fit inside a C-17 Globemaster transport plane.
That sounds complex, especially doing it at a civilian airport in India.
One source called it not a cakewalk, which I think is probably an understatement.
Probably.
It's a highly complex, multi-day job needing precision engineering, far from any dedicated military workshops or specialized tools you'd normally have.
This really highlights the true cost of ownership, doesn't it, for these fifth-gen fighters?
It absolutely lays it bare. It's way beyond the initial $110 million sticker price.
Right.
Think about the operational readiness lost for that specific jet, the cost of flying in and supporting that 40-person expert team for weeks.
The parking fees at the airport probably not cheap.
Exactly. Parking fees, security costs, the sheer opportunity cost of not having that vital asset available.
It adds up fast.
This whole operation became far, far more expensive than anyone planned. It's a stark lesson in the realities of maintaining cutting-edge military tech globally.
And the need for really robust international logistics and trust.
Precisely. Which kind of brings us to a final thought, perhaps for you, our listener.
Go ahead.
This whole saga really prompts an important question. In an era of these incredibly sophisticated, interconnected defense technologies, how does the real-world logistical resilience, or maybe the lack of it, how does that ultimately impact their actual utility, their reputation, even when they're nowhere near a battlefield?
Something to definitely consider as you process information about technology, geopolitics, and, well, public perception in our very interconnected world.